Finally, the virtual power shop is here, guys. Are you feeling stuck, insecure, or maybe second guessing some choices in life? Visit thevirtualpowershop.com to enroll in your 22 module course. It's self-paced and available on your terms. What's your well-being worth? Act now for a limited time offer. It's half off the regular $299 price. Your personalized journey is available for only $149. Step into a brighter, empowered future. Thevirtualpowershop.com. Get unstuck. I'm Alma Lee. I'm a psychotherapist and transformative lifestyle resiliency coach and author, and I want to help you reach your goals by teaching you how to step outside of those fear-based mindsets and into your powerful, loving self. Let's get started. So you may notice a difference in the audio quality of this episode. The reason for that is because my entire studio is in a box on its way to Italy. The entire microphone system, I couldn't travel with it. It's just too bulky of a setup. So this is my portable travel mic. I apologize in advance, but I had a choice to make this morning, and I chose to go ahead and record this episode with my handheld mic and to try to find as quiet of an area as I could in order to continue to do the podcast and to continue to do this work. It's important. And it's interesting too, because had I not found something that I wanted to speak on today, probably wouldn't have recorded this episode this morning, but something touched my heart and I wanted to share it. And that is rock bottom. Rock bottom. So the reason that sort of floated into the ether for me this morning is because of every day in my life. Ooh, here we go again. Here comes the waterworks. Every day in my life, as of probably the last 5 or 6 months or so, I have noticed that the more I let go of, the more I release and allow and stop resisting my blessings and stop trying to control everything all the time, I've noticed my gratitude exploding. I'm able to slow down and pay close attention to the things in my life that I have, and it has been such a mind-blowing experience. And I touched on that this morning because of a phone call I had with my realtor and my friend Adam. I don't mind saying his name. Adam Tournier, Low Country Realty in Charleston, South Carolina. Shout out to Adam for working so hard these past 6 months and selling my home and helping to foster this change for me. But sitting and having a beautiful conversation with a friend and sitting in the RV that's owned by my friend Amy, my lifelong friend Amy. Shout out to Amy. I am surrounded by just magnificent, truly wonderful people in my life. And, go back through episodes and conversations and experiences that I've had. You can see where I've made mention of situations where you have people in your life that are not so great and who are unhealed, and who objectively refuse to acknowledge any shortcomings or wrongdoings on their part. And as a result, they end up making your life miserable by being in it. And so all of those thoughts came to the surface this morning and culminated in my feeling just this I'm going to try not to cry. This well of gratitude that it's like a tsunami that washes over me. And and so that made me think about the hard times in my life, and that's where this episode I want to talk to the people that are at rock bottom, and I've been there. And if you're listening to this and you feel some type of way about your life right now and feeling stuck, you're not stuck, and you feel like you don't know a way out and you don't know how it's going to get better, and you feel trapped and you feel heartbroken and you feel lost, let me talk to you for a few minutes. And this is dedicated to you, whoever you are. And if maybe it's not you, maybe you know somebody who needs to hear this message, and maybe you feel like they wouldn't hear it from you, but maybe they'll hear it from me. Share this episode with them. But if you know someone who's hurting, who is caught up in a wave of depression, anxiety, and feeling like there's just nothing good that's ever going to happen for them, this is what I want to say to you about that. I've been there. I've been there. And I know what it feels like. I mean, I'm not you. I don't know what you're going through specifically, but I do know what it feels like to feel completely and utterly hopeless. To feel like life will never get better. To feel like there's just nothing good that's ever going to happen for me. And that good things only happen to other people. And that I know what it feels like to feel undeserving of good things. To feel like even when good things do happen for me, it was a mistake. Do you ever feel like that? You ever feel like when something good happens, it was not on purpose. It wasn't deliberate. It's not meant for you. It doesn't belong to you because you don't deserve anything better. Yeah, I know what that feels like. And that rock bottom space and feeling like there's just no way out of that hole. Let me tell you something, friend. Golly, it gets so much better when you stop trying to control everything. Your whole life and the perception and the perspective of hopelessness comes from within yourself. It doesn't come from anywhere else. It comes from your own belief systems. And it literally is as simple as stepping outside of your belief systems. Stepping outside of the fear that you have of the judgment of other people in doing things differently. Because I guarantee you, I'm in Alabama, so I'm using the euphemisms of my youth. I guarantee you that if you can start doing things differently and start acting differently and start taking better care of yourself and making different decisions, you're going to be judged. You're going to be judged harshly by people that are in your environment who are benefiting from your brokenness. Let me say that again. You being at rock bottom benefits the people that are taking advantage of you, that are manipulating you, that are harming you, that don't care about you, that are in your space only because your failures make them feel better about themselves. Did you ever look at it that way? You're not really at rock bottom. You are just comfortable in the chaotic familiarity of it all. I encourage you to start saying, you know what, I don't like this. I don't like feeling like garbage all the time. I don't like having suicidal thoughts. I don't like living in a space of hopelessness all the time. I've been there. I know what that feels like. And I feel like where I'm at right now in my life, this incredible space of gratitude and the observations of all of the beautiful, wonderful things that are happening to me and for me, because I do deserve it, is a testament to what I'm supposed to be doing in my life right now, and that is to share that with you, is to show you through my demonstration, through my vulnerability, and through my sense of self-awareness and being transparent with that, is to tell you that all you have to do is just change your mind. It's literally that simple. You're stuck in this low rock bottom space because you feel like you have to conform to an idea, an ideal, a perception of the people that you're surrounded by. And if you were to change or do anything for yourself, then you would be judged harshly by them. And what I want to tell you is this. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay if you lose everybody. I have. I've lost people in my life that I just knew would be there for me and with me. And until my dying day. And the truth of the matter is that you have to let go of these people so that they can go and find themselves. Because a lot of times when you stay surrounded by people that are benefiting from your brokenness, they stay broken as well. So you're doing them a huge favor by enforcing those boundaries and removing access. Access to you is a privilege. I say it all the time. Access to me is a privilege. Access to you is a privilege. You're not at rock bottom. You just think you are. You just think you are. Maybe it's a substance-related issue. Are you struggling with alcohol? Are you struggling with drugs? Are you struggling with obsessive control, thinking patterns, intrusive thoughts, self-deprecation, addiction to gambling, addiction to sex, maybe? We can talk about that. I know what that feels like, to be willful in my sexual energy with people that didn't deserve it. As a young woman, unhealed, feeling like that was akin to being loved. Yeah, I've been there too. We can talk about it. There's no shame there. There's no shame in wanting to be loved and trying to figure life out and figure out ways of achieving that and accomplishing that, especially when you don't know what it really feels like in a healthy way. Rock bottom? No. You're not there. In fact, I don't think there's such a thing. I think that there's rock bottom thinking, but when we feel like we're at the bottom, when things can't get any worse, when you're swallowed up in grief, the loss of a person that you love dearly, and you feel like life can't get any harder, I am here to tell you it's a perspective. It is a perspective. I'm not saying that you shouldn't hurt because somebody's passed on. I'm saying that you should enjoy your life and live your life in a sense of awareness of how they would want you to live. If that person loved you, the person that passed on, a parent, a partner, a child, would they want you to suffer the way you're suffering right now? If they could stand over you and tell you something and say anything to you in this space that you're in right now, what do you think that is? Have a conversation with them. They're listening, I promise you that. That's the thing about transition, is that those people that we get connected to in this matrix, when they transition over, they're with us always. It's a fact. Because they're part of the greater consciousness. We're here to learn. We're here to evolve spiritually. I've said it before. I'll continue to beat on that drum. And the more I explore that, and the more I learn about myself, the more I'll continue to share. The more I'll experience gratitude, the more I'll get tearful in recording a podcast while I'm traveling on my handheld mic in my friend's sauna in her basement. And talk to you, the listener, who is hurting. And you don't have to. You don't have to hurt. You don't have to continue. The thing is that a lot of people who are at rock bottom feel like they deserve it, or are too fearful to step away from it because the chaos of being in chaos is comfortable. Comfort is the enemy to your growth. You will not evolve as long as you're comfortable. And chaos is familiar, and the familiar is comfortable. You're not at rock bottom. It's a perception. It's a perspective, and you can shake loose of it. I'm not saying that you shouldn't feel pain. I'm not saying that you shouldn't have, points where you struggle and you're tearful and you feel lost and you feel hopeless. But there is a way to evolve out of that perspective. And a lot of that comes from a lot of shifting, transitioning, evolving, saying no more, saying, you know what, I'm going to put myself first because I deserve to. I deserve to show up in every situation, a healed person with a full cup. And you have to be able to say, I'm the person that's responsible for doing that. I'm the person that's responsible for living my life to the fullest and challenging myself to grow and to heal, especially in the face of adversity. It's not a judgment if you're lying there and you're tearful and having suicidal thoughts and thinking that what's the point? I've been there. I know what that feels like. I know what it feels like. It's like there's no way out of this just confusion, this sadness, this not knowing what's next, feeling unloved, feeling uncherished, feeling like you're not a priority to the people that say that you're a priority. The weight of anger and hatred can get you feeling so stuck. And it's hard to let go of those things because they're familiar and they make you feel protected. But it's heavy. It's so heavy. And when you learn that you can actually put that bitterness down and let go of hatred and anger, and understand too that you being angry is a benefit to those around you who need you to be dysregulated and so that they can control you and manipulate you and get what they need from you. They need you to be the crazy person because it makes them feel less crazy. Yeah, I've been there too. You're not at rock bottom. It's a perspective and it's a perception, and you can shift it just with the snap of a finger. You can choose yourself at any point in this whole game. You can wake up. You can shake things loose. You can let go of your need for external validation and approval and say, I choose to approve myself. I choose to validate myself. And then watch what happens as people become incredibly uncomfortable with you doing that. People aren't going to like it. That's why you don't do it. You know that. You already know that. Your subconscious is already programmed for that. But when you start taking care of yourself, when you start saying no to the people who want you to say yes, and you do so with love of self, and you allow people to leave you, and you love them, and you say, I wish you well, but you don't have access to me anymore. You're not good for me. You need to go heal. And while you have access to me, you're not going to heal. Neither of us will. Rock bottom. What is rock bottom? What are you doing that you could do differently? A lot of people who feel like, they turn to drugs and alcohol and all of these harmful vice, food. It's a lack of worthiness. It's a lack of a sense of worthiness. You're worth just as much as anybody else. You're worth just as much as anybody else, and you're just as responsible for being accountable for your own bullshit as anybody else. We are all equal. We are all the same. We all come into this world with the exact same worthiness, irrelevant to what anybody has said or done to you to make you think differently. You get to choose right now. Are you tired of being rock bottom? I know I was. I got sick of it. You'll get sick of it too. Life is full of surprises, both good and bad. But that's the beauty of it, because it's the polarity of it. All of the bad crap that we endure provides us the opportunity for an equal amount of polarized happiness and joy. We can't experience joy without the experience of the suffering. So look at it as you paying that price so that you can achieve your joy. And start moving differently in your life, and start making better decisions, and start taking better care of yourself. Yes, you are going to be alone. People are going to leave you. People are not going to like you changing. They're not going to like you healing. They're not going to like for you to grow. It's okay. It's okay. And you can love those people. That's the thing. That's the beauty of all of this, is that you can leave them alone and you can still love them. You can continue to heal. You can continue to grow. And you can continue to choose yourself as you move forward in life in pursuit of what you're here to do. But you got to take care of yourself first. You got to choose you first, because other people are never going to choose you until you do. They're not going to know to. If you're not choosing yourself, why would anyone else? If you don't hold yourself in high esteem, why would anyone else? If you don't love yourself, why would anyone else? I'm just here to tell you that you can. And I'm also here to tell you that I know what it feels like to not do that. So how I got where I'm at today, and how I'm continuing on my journey. And I sure hope you'll stay with me. I hope you'll come along for the ride. I'm so excited with all of the adventures I've got going. I'm traveling And right now I'm in Alabama. I'm at my friend's place in Alabama. And then after this, I'm going to be traveling up to New York to visit with girlfriend, military friends. After that, heading out to Colorado, heading out west. I'm going to go into Louisiana. And this is over the next several weeks before I head over to Italy. So I don't know if you caught that or not, but I'm moving to Italy. I'm moving to Italy to work, and I'm excited. I'm excited to do prevention for the military, and I will continue to do the podcast for you, and we'll continue to cheerlead and hopefully inspire you into your own greatness, into your own joy and your purpose. You're not here for no reason. You're certainly not here to suffer, and you're not here to watch other people succeed, okay? You're not at rock bottom. This is just a new chapter for you. So pay attention, love yourself, put yourself first, show up for you, take it one step at a time, stop the self-deprecation and the judgment, and get excited. All right. This has been a Lee Bird Media production. Don't forget to like, share, follow, and subscribe. Thanks for listening.